everyone, welcome to this update video. I trust and hope you're doing amazing. So pretty not typical for me to be posting at this hour in the night, but this is really the time that I have to do my update videos, and I haven't posted for the past 2 days, so I'm just gonna give you guys a brief update on what's going on. There's nothing really major out there. However, there is that rain surge for parts of Central America. So in sections of Mexico, Belize, even in Guatemala as well, there's likely been some periods of heavy rain and thunderstorms. And that is being influenced by that frontal system, which is making its way out of the U.S. So that frontal boundary extends into parts of Central America. Elsewhere across the Caribbean hasn't been very active, much hasn't been going on. But we do see that huge surge and a lot of convection well offshore. That is in association with a trough. So a trough is an elongated area of low pressure, and typically with those systems there's a lot of rise in air motion, which really helps out to generate a lot of those showers and thunderstorms, pretty much what we're seeing on the satellite imagery right now. And here we can see on the surface charts, we can see that trough being marked by that broken orange line there, so it extends all the way just north of Suriname right there. And then there's that symbol for the frontal system, that blue diagonal line with those triangles, so that signifies that cold front which is making its way down. As we take a closer look at the Caribbean, again, we can see all that increase in moisture towards parts of Central America. Offshore Jamaica to the south, there's been some thunderstorms popping up this evening. But elsewhere in the Caribbean, there hasn't been much going on, maybe a couple of passing showers, nothing too crazy. But looking at the rainfall forecast until tomorrow afternoon, here we can see what is expected by Euro. The more color we see indicates more rainfall activity. So we see that towards Central America, again, parts of Mexico, Belize, Guatemala, northern Honduras, the Bay Islands, and the Keys, there is quite a bit of color. So there could be some additional periods of heavy rain. With that, especially in the low-lying areas, there could be that risk of flooding. So stay safe if you should encounter any flood waters. In addition, going further south, parts of Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, also a little bit colorful. So there could be some heavy downpours at times in a few spots. We see a similar thing in parts of northern South America, Colombia, Venezuela, parts of the Guyanas. And then again, that trough extends just east of the Lesser Antilles. So there is going to be a little bit of a surge in moisture, especially for Trinidad, where some heavy rainfall is going to be possible between now and tomorrow. In addition, there could be some scattered showers across much of the Lesser Antilles, ABC Islands, Greater Antilles as well. So of course, that would include Cuba, Jamaica, Hispaniola, and Puerto Rico. As it pertains to the Cayman Islands, the Virgin Islands as well, and then going up to the vicinity of the Turks and Caicos Islands in southern Bahamas, a couple passing showers will be possible, but nothing crazy. And then with that frontal system that is going to be moving through the area for parts of the northern Bahamas and even Florida, there could be some shower activity. While offshore the Caribbean, we can see a lot more color there associated with that trough, as I had mentioned. So that's going to continue drifting generally towards the west, but in terms of seeing any sorts of tropical development, that is not expected. And we're really going to be heading into the dry season for the Caribbean, which is from around December through March. So it's not that we won't get any rain at all, but it's just that the rainfall activity is at its lowest within this time period, because as we know, when we are in summer, there's a lot of heat and moisture to fuel those thunderstorms. We get those tropical waves, tropical cyclones. So now we're heading out of that and into the dry season. And, that is apparent for many areas already. So the main sources of rainfall, aside from these troughs moving by every now and again, will be mostly the frontal systems which move down, and especially the stronger ones which manage to move far enough into the Caribbean. And behind them, we typically get the cooler air, rougher seas, stronger winds, and even the change in the wind direction as well. So that's typically what happens with those frontal systems, guys. And of course, I'm going to be keeping you posted as necessary. So even though my updates may be a little bit more limited in terms of them being maybe every other day or every 2 days, it certainly is not going to be longer than that, or even where I leave you guys hanging if something is going on out there, because I will be keeping you guys posted as necessary. And of course, that is what I wanted to share with you in this update video. And I do hope you found it to be informative. However, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll get to you when I can. And remember to always be weatherwise.